Hmm? Oh, fuck. Oh, hello. I'm awake. Well, that was shit. Oh my god, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, oh my god. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Thursday night football review for round 23 of the NRL. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that was painful to watch. That was absolutely painful to watch. You know what? I might even lay down. I might even lay like this. Welcome to the Thursday night football review for the NRL. Hope you guys are all doing well this evening, tonight, whatever the hell you want to call it. That was boring. That was a very shit, boring game of rugby league. I think we got to a total of 20, 22 penalties, somewhere between that. I think we had about fucking 15 six agains. I lost count. I don't know how many six agains we had tonight. We had a lot. I reckon it was about 10, maybe 15. My God. That was tough to watch, man. Well done to the Roosters on a 26-16 win. They keep their season alive. They will continue to be a mathematical chance of making the top 8. They got the Dolphins next week. Another must-win game. I think that's back at Allianz Stadium. So they'll be more than happy to be back at home. But gee whiz, that game. In the end, Manly only lost by 10, and I think they missed 2 or 3 conversions tonight, Manly. So it could have only been a try, innit? Oh God, that was terrible to watch. Daniel Tupou, obviously. So for the Roosters, try scorers tonight. Daniel Tupou got a double. Billy Smith got 1. Manu and Suoliti got 1. And for Manly, it was Schuster got 1. Brad Parker got 1, and Cooler got 1 at the end. Was there someone else that scored? Am I forgetting about? No, I think that was it. Yeah. No, look, that game was dreadful. Is it lagging for anyone? Well, SS Storm fan, I am using my data, and I'm not at a place where there's good Wi-Fi, so it probably will lag a little bit. So apologies about that, but we're still live on air. We haven't had any disruptions here, so as long as you guys can still hear me, that's really all I care about at this stage. But yeah, Roosters get a very important win. They keep their season alive. As for Manly, well, it goes, bad to worse for the Seagulls. Obviously, the Matt Lodge injury early on was a bit of a blow. Obviously, they've lost Paseka for the rest of the year. They've lost Josh Alole for the rest of the year. Sipley injured his knee tonight. He didn't even look good. Lodge has now got like an MCL injury, maybe ACL. No one really knows. I guess we'll find out in Anthony Seibold's press conference, or we'll find out tomorrow if he has a scan or something. So that's a bit of a blow for Manly. Manly are going to have no front rowers left the way they're going. And they got Penrith next Thursday night, which is another very tough game for them. Now let's get into a few things. So, in the first half, right, I think there was 13 penalties. It was 8-5. 13 penalties in one half. Like, what the fuck? That was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Refereeing, people can blame it on discipline. People can blame it on both sides being offside and, trying to take advantage of stuff. But at the end of the day, you can't tell me 13 penalties in that one half were warranted. They just simply weren't. Ashley Klein lost complete control of the game. And in the second half, it didn't get any better. I think in total we had about 20 to 21 penalties in that whole game, which is just shocking. I think we had about 10 6 agains. just poor refereeing, really atrocious. And Ashley Klein, he's usually better than this too. I mean, he refereed all 3 Origin games, and he didn't even referee it. I know Origin's different, and you got to let the game go a bit, but tonight I feel like Klein, he had no control over the game at all. Things got loose. It was wild, and obviously the send off to Nathan Brown. That was a big call, man. That was a really big call. Nathan Brown come out of the line, and I think it was just a swinging arm. He just come out of the line there, connected him right in the throat. There was a lot of intent in there, in my opinion. Do I think it was a send off? No. I don't think Nathan Brown's high tackle was a send off. I will agree that it was definitely forceful, it was definitely reckless, and it was pretty stupid. But a send off, I don't agree with a send off. I think a sin bin would have been the right call, but hey, who the hell would know? I think a sin bin would have been fine, but I'll tell you what, I think Nathan Brown will be getting a few weeks on the sideline, probably 4 to 6 weeks. So big, I wouldn't say it's a big blow for the Roosters, but he's been pretty good for him. In the middle, Nathan Brown. He's had his moments, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, look, this game was a bludger. It really was. First half put me to sleep. It really was. Second half was more of the same. I want to give a shout out to Kohler, the Manly Seagulls right centre. He got me my multi last minute. Nick Bett gets up to start the weekend. Not bad. Kohler scoring literally with about a minute to go. So thank you to Kohler. I had a multi. I had 2 anytime try scores. I had Joseph Manu as one anytime try scorer, and then I had Kohler as the other one. So Kohler at the end getting up for the multi was very good, very impressive. I don't know why I didn't back Tupou and Suoliti either. They just know how to score, those two. Tupou especially. I don't know why I didn't back him. What was I thinking? But yeah, look, not much more to say on this game. It was a really poor game of NRL. It was 2 sides that were playing for their season. Manly looked really slow tonight. I mean, you go back, if you have a look at Manly's run recently, right? So they had that huge win over the Sharks where they led 30-0. And then the Sharks came back and Manly were able to hold them off. And then last week against the Dragons, where they held on by a try, and we all know how controversial that game was. Obviously, the no try to Dan Russell and the Bell and sin bin and whatnot. Manly almost blew that game as well. And tonight, against the Roosters, Manly started the game like they were finishing a game, just fatigue. They looked really tired, Manly. They had a little bit of energy towards the end because they had the advantage, obviously, 13 on 12 and whatever. But I don't know. Manly just looked like a really tired footy team. The front rowers are all injured now, so look, it's going to be a big ask for Manly to make the 8 from here. Do I think they're done for the season? They probably are. You look at who's out in the forwards, and obviously Tommy Turbo is a big one. Jake's got to do so much more work, and it's so hard for Jake. He can't do everything. Like next week, Manly's front row is probably going to be Aaron Woods and Sipley. I don't know. I'm not sure what Manly's front row will be next week. As for the Roosters, look, I don't want to hear anyone say that they're back. They're not back. With all due respect, they had a nice win tonight. They deserved the 2 points. They were the better team. But they're not back. That's absolute bullshit, man. The media's going to come out tomorrow and they're all going to say, oh, the Roosters are back. They're coming for the 8, blah, blah, blah. They're not. They're not making the top 8. They're not back. They're still horrible. They played horrible tonight. The only good thing they did tonight was defend. And Manly's attack looked like the West Tigers. It was horrible. Horrible attack. Mate, honestly, guys, I'll tell you this. I reckon SpongeBob SquarePants would have had more direction than Manly tonight. That's how lost they were. Schuster and Cherry Evans didn't even start combining until the last 10 minutes. And Schuster started playing well. Josh Schuster had one of the worst games as a 5'8" I've ever seen. But then, it's hard for me to say that now because he had one trial for chip and chase. And then he had a kick that worked out for Brad Parker. But overall, Schuster had a dog shit game. He had a dog shit game, man. They're not back to Roosters. Fuck me, Dad. I've got the Dolphins next week at Allianz, which is a game that the Roosters really should win if they're fair income. Then they got, I think it's the Tigers or Parramatta, one of the two. I think it's Parramatta, then the Tigers. Parrot comeback will be tough. Tigers at Allianz. Surely they beat the Tigers. And then they end up with Souths last round. I don't think 2 out of 4 is enough for the 8. So, and plus their 4 against sucks. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Roosters end up. And as for Manly, well, we got Penrith next week, where they're going to get destroyed probably. Warriors the week after in New Zealand. Good luck. And they finish off with the Bulldogs and the Tigers. So again, they're similar to the Roosters. I don't think winning 2 out of 4 is going to be enough. But who knows? Anyway, Roosters get the win. Good on them. We'll see how they go next week if they can keep it up. My player of the game. Look, there wasn't many to choose from because it was a really shit game. But I'm going to give it to Billy Smith at left centre for the Roosters. I thought Billy Smith was outstanding tonight. I'll give an honourable mention to Drew Hutchison at halfback. Thought he was very good. And Daniel Tupou in the wing had 2 tries. He played a really strong game as well. And as for Manly, well, their best player was Jake Trbojevic, as always. He was easily their best. So I kind of feel for Jake, man. Has to do all the hard work in the middle, and he's got no help. Poor Jake. But anyway, fellas, that's going to wrap up the review. If you enjoyed the review, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, I will be attending the Titans versus Warriors game up on the Gold Coast, Seabar Super Stadium. I'll be at the game tomorrow, Titans and the Warriors. So that should be a lot of fun. There will be a vlog if my phone doesn't want to shit the bed with Tic Tac. But yeah, I'll be at the Titans Warriors game tomorrow. So there'll be a vlog for that. I'll get the King in it. I'll get Warriors and NRL Fanatics in it. If you guys are going to beat the Titans Warriors game, then, and if you do see me, come over, say hello. More than happy to meet the fans that love watching the content. And I'll get you in the vlog. Obviously last week in the Titans Cowboys vlog, I met 2 great Cowboy supporters from Townsville there. So shout out to those 2. Shout out to Eden and shout out to Akayla. But anyway, guys, that ends the review. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. Roosters too good for Manly. 26 points to 16. See you guys tomorrow from Seabar Super Stadium.